Okay, hello everyone, welcome to this week's notebook. This is episode 7, part 2, the Hungarian Grand Prix race preview. This is racetrack situated in Hungary, Budapest, the Hungaroring, a 14-turn circuit, 4.381 kilometers. Been with us since 1986, ever present since then. Couple of circuit changes, but pretty much the layout is exactly the same as what it was. We have an in real life lap record from Lewis Hamilton, which was a 1:16.627 set last year, 2020. Love the track. I personally like it. It's very fast, very technical. You've got to be on it consistently to get a good points finish here. Damon Hill is probably one of my favourite drivers, even though he's only with the sport not too long. But breaks my heart every time I think of the Hungarian Grand Prix, as he was leading the race in his little arrows until his engine burst or blew up on the last lap, which lost him the victory in that horrible Arrows car that year. It was horrible. So it was a shame for him, but there we go. Very hard on tyres here. Lots of dirty air. The temperature always gets quite high if it's because it's in the height of summer. Obviously, we don't know what weather we're working with this weekend. We'll see how we go. Always an interesting wet race, though. It's a very interesting dry or wet race. Strategies come play in key. You have two different tyre strategies here. There's a two-stopper, which is starting on the soft, then going medium. Or you can start on the medium and go hard. Track position is key. Obviously, it's known as Monaco without the walls. So you are looking at probably the one stop is the way to go if you are looking to get track position. If you're not, if you think you can make overtakes here, then by all means go for the two stops, soft, medium. You will obviously have the pace difference at the end compared to the hard tyre. So see how you go with that. We have a hot lap this week set by Dace, and obviously, as always, commented by Nick. So here we go. Take it away, guys.
Welcome to another week of the SFR Hot Lap series, and today we're in Budapest, Hungary, at the 14-turn, 4.38 kilometre Hungaroring, and Dace is going to be our chaperone, so he's going to take us for a hot lap around in the Renault. So we jump on board with him as he makes his way up the front straight here, getting ready for turn 1, which is a third gear right-hander, so hitting the apex there nicely. Turn 2 is a left-hander, so you brake just before the 50-metre mark. Third gear, little short shift up into fourth, minimising that wheel spin. So turn 3 is just a flat-out kink, you barely even notice it. But you're getting ready for turn 4, which is the curb of death. So using all the curb on the inside in 6th gear, then down into 4th gear with a short shift up into 5th. Now turn 6 and 7 of the chicane, 3rd gear, using the curb on the entry and on the exit as well. Turn 8, just a short little shift down into 4th gear, riding it on the rev range in 4th gear as well on turn 9. Turn 10 flat out. Turn 11, just a little lift here, just try to get that right. Turn 12, downhill braking zone just before the 50-metre mark as the curb begins. Use the curb on the entry as well. Turn 13, 3rd gear, short shift up into 4th to minimise that wheel spin again through that long radius turn, and then setting yourself up for the second long radius turn, which is turn 14. Get a nice smooth exit out of there. Along the front straight, hit the line. That was a 1:13.7. So thanks to Dace for taking us for a hot lap around the Hungaroring. Good luck to everyone on the weekend. Now back to Van Rocco.
Great lap by Dace, very clean, very consistent. 1:13.7, which I'm predicting to be around about a pole lap. Maybe a little bit, I suppose, no, that was set. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Probably a low 13, I'd say. Low 13 to mid 13, depending on what tyre you use, because obviously if you want to start on the mediums, you're not going to be qualifying in the top 10 on your going fast on your soft. So you're going to have to try and get into the top 10 on your mediums somehow. Either that or just don't qualify at all. Go out on the, just start with a fresh set of mediums for the race. See how I go. I'm not known as a tyre management king. I ruin them, so I'll probably be doing a two-stop. See how that goes. Probably soft, hard, probably, because I know my tyre wear. See how that is. Action zones. Turn 1. inside, outside, switch back. Obviously, the end of the DRS straight, you've got to get a good launch off the last corner to be able to get in any way, shape or form close to the guy, the driver in front of you, because it is quite, for a straight, it is quite short. So you've got to try and get into their braking zone, into their mirrors, into the braking zone at 1. You can go inside, outside or switch back it. Runs you short straight, DRS straight to turn 2, where Max and Ricciardo had their incident a couple of years ago. Max outbraking, understeering and hitting Ricciardo's side pod, putting fluid everywhere and putting Ricciardo out the race, which obviously then brought out the famous he stuck his middle finger up as he drove past him, didn't he, as he was walking back to the paddock. You then got the run to turn 3, which is obviously a flat out, but then you've got to get that nailed. You've got to get a good exit, not scrub too much speed off before you round to turn 4. Turn 4 is where I infamously got overtaken round the outside by Dommy Lee in the NRL League. We had a great battle for quite a few laps actually. It was to and fro and here, there and everywhere, and he finally got me. Track limits could have probably come into it maybe a little bit, but I let him off because it was such a brave move to go around the outside there. Then you've got the curb of death at 5. Someone's going to spin. We already know that. Chicane at 6 and 7. You've got to be in their braking zone to make any kind of move there. You can't be dive bombing there because you're going to be hitting people. So just do be careful there. Then you're going to be following all the way through 8, 9, 10 and 11. Very narrow there. Lots of dirty air, so you're not going to be able to make many overtakes there or get anywhere close. But you will possibly be able to into the turn 12 braking zone. There's the inside move. You can outbrake someone. You can go around the outside and get the inside line for turn 13, which is the you double back on yourself basically, and then you run up to turn 14 around the again doubling back onto the pit straight. You've got to get a great entry and a great exit into 14. Once again, as I say, to make any kind of move down the pit straight. The pit straight's got his own action zone as well, including the Schumacher trying to put Barrichello in the wall down there. That was a very interesting move by the German. So that's that. That's the action zones done. Got some predictions for you this week. We have number 1, Hungary pt2. Van Rocco scores a point. Come on, and a safety car on lap 1. Then we have Hungary P1, no safety cars and a toss podium. There is a Reina Zufal top 5 finish, Cornet win, Orocolo podium, and a fully wet race. Next one, no Red Bull incidents. A strict voter gets a time penalty. So someone who voted strict in the Discord will still end up with a time penalty, and there'll be a new podium sitter. Ties in quite nicely with my me getting a point. I could be the new podium sitter. Got his son's come right out recently. Sunny Eastbourne today, that's where I am. Then we have a full wet quali and a full wet race. Kachow, Toss, Hosny, top 3. In any particular order, doesn't matter. Next one, we have, again, top 3 of Hosny, Kachow and Cornet in no particular order. A safety car on lap 1 and a spinner at turn 5. Obviously, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to happen. Then we have, next one, no Haas on the podium. A medium tyre to win the race. 7 different constructors in the points. A Dutchman is on the podium. And a Stuart Little on the podium. 3 DNFs as well. And the last one is 1 wet session. So either 1 wet qualifying or 1 wet race. 1 Alpha Tauri in the top 5. The other is not in the points. A Haas on the podium. And Van Rocco to lose 5 positions from his qualifying. So if I qualify P1, I'll finish P5, basically. Pole position for me. That's the predictions over and done with. All be revealed next week, along with ticks, crosses. No World Drivers' Championship points up for grabs, but pride. If anyone is keeping track of the of what predictions they've got right, I'm not sure. I'll probably go back through at the end of the season and maybe tot them all up, and we'll see how we go. So just a couple of final thoughts. There is going to be a driver change after this week, so Dace will still be racing in his bright yellow Renault this weekend, but then he will be leaving us next week to become a reserve for us and a full-time driver in another league on a Sunday evening at the same time. So Stuart Little will be taking his Renault back that he raced so well in the season opener and got the win there actually in the Renault. So he'll be taking that Renault back, trying to get some more constructors points. So Stuart will be taking the Renault, and the Atomar 77 will be taking the Williams drive, who raced with us last week as a reserve. So he'll still be reserving this week, but he'll be taking the Williams from thereafter. That is this week's notebook. It's a great race. I love Hungary. It's very fast, very technical, but you've got to be so consistent, as I've already said that before. It's lots of dirty air. It's a very dirty track. In the summer, obviously, it can get very hot. We don't know what we're going to be working with this week. All I know is we're going to be working with regular corner cutting, as was voted in the Discord, but we're still going to pick up penalties with that. There's no way you're still going to get probably... I haven't done a prediction yet. Here's my prediction then. Let's go with 6 drivers to get at least a time penalty. And I'm going to include me in that. So yeah, Van Rocco to get a time penalty, because I'm not the best at keeping in track limits. Not that I'm trying to take advantage of anything. I'm just not very good at keeping in track limits, basically. And I'm going to go for a wet quali. Let's go wet qualifying, dry race. See how that pans out. And that's it. That's the notebook over and done with. Hope you have had a good week. Hope you're looking forward to the Sunday. I know I am. Make sure you do let us know if you're racing or not when the race attendance pops up. And that's that. Over and out.